All right, so next we're going to look at not shadows, but light effects. Let's look at first light fog. Okay, with light fog activated, I get this cone. This cone can be manipulated by going into the following. Go to display, rendering, camera light manipulator, and I can go like this and turn on decay regions. With decay regions, I can set the decay volume to past the actual stage. So let me show you what this looks like with the decay region. So what we have is this light coming in, and you can see the volume that's occurring on it. Let me get a better angle so I don't see the backdrop. So you can think of volumetrics as if you were looking, well, dust particles, it's a good volumetric. Light streaming through a church and you see all those dust particles. Now I have fog spread, so I can up that if I wanted to, or finite it if I wanted to, and fog intensity. Let's take the fog spread down just a little bit and then the fog intensity up a little bit, and then you can kind of see exactly what's going on here. See, ultra foggy, and I'll just zoom out, showing you exactly what this looks like way out. Okay, so you can see it's emanating from here and then spreading out. Again, it's really nice to just once in a while have just a little bit of light fog, but doing this over and over again on every scene gets a little old. Anytime I want to kill a connection, I can just right click on it and hit break connection. With light glow, you're better off using a point light. But I'll show you what it looks like. What's going to happen is this is going to occur. Again, it's very, very difficult to get the spotlight to have this nice property to it. So what I would suggest you do is, step back and use a point light for that. So we'll study that when we get to the point light. You notice that the fog is still there. One of the properties or one of the bad things about light fog is this. It's really hard to get rid of. So you have to turn down all the properties of it to 0 along with that. If you need to turn this off, the decay regions, we can go back into here, highlight it, try to highlight the light, display, light manipulator, we'll take off decay regions. Also kind of want to show you this, center of interest. This is a really nice feature. What you can do is take this and move the camera, or move the light, sorry. But a nice thing about it is if you hit V on the keyboard, it will snap. So if I want to snap it right on the object, I can. Sometimes it's hard to go in there and rotate the light. It's much easier to take this and manipulate it around. Okay, let's What I want to do is destroy this light and go into a new light for the next feature. What I would do is try to stay away from scaling any lights. That's a very important rule. Scaling lights is always a bad thing. What I'm going to do is turn on the barn doors of this light. Okay. And then in here, I have in the rendering camera manipulators. I can say look through barn doors. If I jump into the light, I can now see these right here, these blue lines. Okay. If I move the blue lines around, and let's like formulate a square. Okay. Let's jump back out of the light into perspective. And you don't see that square. But when you render it, you now have a square. This way you can shape light to be a window if you wanted to. Add a little shadow to that. And voila. Okay, so barn doors, really nice feature. And let's see what else we got. The rest I kind of want to cover at a later time because it has a lot to do with the type of rendering that I choose. So I want to cover that separately. I just want to separate the lights from the rendering. Okay. So that's the properties of the spotlight for right now. Okay. And then we'll take a look at some of the other lights here in Maya in the next video.